Fresh out of the campaign, you have once again arrived at... Hold on, you are not fresh out of the campaign. This is right, this is a part 2 of a 3-parter in which we explore an old but gold combo, Essence Drain Contagion, while giving it a fresh twist, rocking a Gemling Legionnaire. If you have missed part 1, you can check it out by following the link in the description or clicking the annotation somewhere here on the screen. But, if you have no such desire, let me recap some of it for you. Okay, so in previous video, we have crafted some gear, we have bought some gear, we have employed the Reverie technology in order for our character to feel lucky. TLDR, we have a flask, this flask applies its effects constantly under a little bit of reduced effect. We have used this technology to make our character exceedingly tanky. We have crafted some more gear. Actually, we have crafted the 2-socketed boots from a white base from scratch, which is pretty good on a budget. We have encountered a mob which was whisked up and we definitely did not have enough damage, and that pushed me to boost the character even higher. I have also farmed some tablets. It was quite successful. I have made about 20 deep farming tablets. I recommend you farm tablets. We all need tablets, don't we? And of course we have also defeated Arbiter of It was pretty easy. I expected this fight, him to put much more of a fight. And hey, he dropped his best drop, the Sacred Flame. Actually, no, the best drop is Prism of Belief at this point. It is about time I made some upgrades to this character. First of all, I have seen a cool technology. On Contagion, the reanimating minions actually spread Contagion on hit. So I thought you'd utilize this by using the, how do you call this skill? The Unnerve skill to produce some of the constructs. Then, well, here is my budget for this session. That's quite a sizable budget. Let's do this quickly and just stash it because we're not gonna be spending a lot of Exile points. And we can support that Unnerve by Brutus Brain, making our minions from the Unnerve undamageable, which is fine. As a trade-off, they cannot deal any damage, but we don't want them to deal damage. Then let's go for a Perfect Jeweler and some GCPs. There we go, this is much better. Let's quality up the Unnerve. It actually gives us a lot of duration, which is nice. Next, what about the support gems? Let's see. Oh, I'm running out of support gems. I definitely want the duration. I kinda want the attack speed. Yeah, increased attack speed, and this is our stop. Now, if I go into the map, okay, so I do the default combo, Essence Drain Contagion, now I nerf, and I have a bunch of Contagion construct modes. Now I basically have the free Contagion on demand, which provides a good bit of quality of life. I like this change, that's definitely an approve from me. Yep, I'm not really casting Contagion and everything is Contagion. So, W change. There's my level. And I don't actually care for this map, so I'm out. Speaking of level, do you remember I wanted to address this skill tree situation? Well, I'm about to do just that. For that, I'm gonna want a unique jewel that's called Split Personality to allow me to allocate points from the sorcerer's starting point. It costs 7 divines and it's gonna save me a lot of skill points. Let's buy it. We are 70 deep. Now I'm gonna need assistance from my friend Doriani. Let's unspec this for a second. Let's replace one of our jewels with the Split Personality. And now I should be able to start from here. And now I would be able to free all of those useless points. Oh my lord. Now for the next big upgrade, a Prism of Belief with level of Essence Drain skills. Let's go for 2 levels of Essence Drain. It is pretty cheap, but it's gonna be a big upgrade. Okay, with that, one of our sockets is filled. Is Essence Drain? What's with the damage? 33k. How much effect does this have on damage? Huh? Why does it not work? Oh, okay, it works now. There we go. 43k damage. It's so weird. Do I need to change the zone, maybe? Plus 15 from global mods. Hold on a second. Still plus 13 from global mods. Okay, then it works, but it works very well, very strangely with the tooltip. The jewel I have temporarily unsocketed. I will just socket back, and I think I'm gonna buy another one that is the exact same. I really contemplated getting mana on kill, and yet here it is. Okay, and you go here, friend. Okay, next up, I want to change out some more div into exalts. There we go, those exalts go into the stash. And now 2 amazing runes here. That this is the first, enemy seekers have minus chaos res. And then the second one, I think that's something similar, but I don't remember how it's called. Let me search for it. Oh, it's Idol. It's Idol of Egrin. Okay, it's cheap. I like it. Great. Now we replace those iron runes with those. And this is another damage multiplier for us, which is great. So one little optimization of the skill tree I can do. This buffing makes no sense, so I will unspec those 2 nodes. I will spec 2 nodes here. I will spec 2 nodes here, and then I can save 1. I can save 3 skill points. Just for that little maneuver. Now I have to consider where to spend 3 skill points, which with this build is a problem on its own. I kinda have no idea what to pick. I think I will just make my way towards the spaghettification wheel. It's pretty good. The small nodes provide some chaos damage. This one provides a lot of chaos damage, and the downside is negligible because we have the Regrrettable still, and I'm not planning to get rid of it until later. Since I don't have Giga cast speed, I think I'm gonna move my Unearth setup into the Spellslinger. Now, I'm gonna do something weird right now. My totems cost a lot, and really it's the only thing that costs me a lot of mana, so I'm gonna try those on Louis. This support gem should be relatively cheap nowadays. Yeah, it's only 5 divines. So let's try the Dark Effigy with Louis instead of Origin Totems is good. Let's see, instead of this one. Now they cost 400 life, which we can easily pay. While we're at the questionable expenses, let's try and hold on. Let's try and get Essence Drain level 18. I mean level 21. Let's also get some gem cutters. And let's see. Did I get a +1? I did get a +1. Nice. Did I get anything else? Nope. I got a 23 quality. Well, this is rather lucky. Let's see. And I think I can level it to 19. That I can. Great. We are now up to 95,000 damage per second. It's a really great result. And we are only 25 div down. Well, since we are splurging, let's also get ourselves a rite of passage. And divine it a couple of times, because this roll is terrible. I'm good with 16 seconds. We're now at 62 divines. While we're at it, I also want charm. Let's get this one. There we go. And also let's hit it with the perfect transmute. Recover life, beautiful, and the perfect dog. Charges gained. Nice. Do I want to spend any more money right now? I'm not sure, but I do have a few upgrades in mind. First of all, let's unspec some of this stuff. For example, those points that lead nowhere. And I thought it would be nice to get Whispers of Doom. Also, I can start towards this 10% curse magnitude, which I don't care about. Those 2 dangling points, I can get those curse magnitudes right away. Beautiful. Now, let's get ourselves Temp Chains gem. Let's quality it up. And let's socket it into our Blasphemy. Then Despair, I'm going to be self-casting on potent rares and the bosses. But to self-cast it, I'm gonna want to put some sockets in. To support it, I'm gonna go with Duedra's Undoing, a wonderful gem that's gonna spawn a lot of toads. Now let's grab some more support gems. We are also gonna support it with +1 to limit. We can place 2 core zones that are gonna spawn double the toads. Those toads do chaos damage. Now, let's also do... There's this one thing, the Decaying Curse. Wonderful. This is gonna count towards our spell totem limit. And then, what can we do? I think we can do Unleash, so that I only have to spell this, cast this once. Or maybe even... what is it? No, not the spell echo. What's the spell that allows it to appear at both times? Cascade? Yeah, Spell Cascade. Now we have 3 zones with the toads. This is quite nice. Okay then, and for our last support, or is it 2 supports? For our last support, let's just do Ritualistic Curse, A or E. And while we're at it, let's see what this particular skill can do in a map. I don't actually believe in it too much, but maybe it turns out amazing. Where are my toads? Well, I cannot say I'm very impressed, but they're gonna be just a nice damage boost. What about Essence Drain? Essence Drain damage is immediately noticeable. Wonderful. We can do some constructs, which are gonna proc set Essence Drain on mobs. Okay. I like it. I like it so far. I think this is enough spending for now. Let's put those 62 divines away and run some maps. This time my strategy of choice is going to be Abyss. As always, the code for this folder is gonna be in the description. First tablet has chance for abyssal monsters to have abyssal mods, plus 4 additional abysses. This one has abyss monster effectiveness for each closed pit, plus more abyssal mod chance. Third tablet, we have rarity of items, abyss spawn increased monsters, and monster rarity. As for the maps, here's the regex, and here is what it means. At least 15 effectiveness, at least 40 rarity, and at least 40 monster rarity, and increase 30 increased item rarity. Those maps are gonna cost you 1 SIG each. For my atlas, I'm not gonna be running anything specific. It's just a full spec atlas. On the mastery nodes, I just have whatever gives the biggest ground loot, and on the abyss tree, I have omens, Amanamo, and scattered abysses. Here's a TLDR of all the upgrades we've gotten for those of you who like to skip ahead. Yes, I'm looking at you. First of all, the split personality with the Sorcerer's starting point, which saved us a whopping 23 skill points, a tremendous amount. Prism of Belief with +2 Essence Drain, as well as +1 Essence Drain Corruption. Helmet runes for damage against cursed enemies. All enemies are cursed for this build. Atalu's Bloodletting for the Dark Effigy, which not only provides damage, but allows us to cast it for free with a life regen tech. And last but not least, Rite of Passage with the Spirit of the Boar, which provides some of the needed survivability and some rarity. In total, we have gotten a little bit over 50% damage on our Essence Drain. The tooltip went from 31 to 51k. With that, let's see how my mapping went. Ooh, a shiny! Yo, login! It's hard to pull out in time sometimes. Ooh, shiny! Nice, a divine or fuck me. Ooh, that never happens. That never happens. All right. Can I get some more? All right. Ooh, ooh, double think. I have run 10 maps now, and this is the extent of the profits. I have dropped 2 Omen of Lights, which let's convert them to divines right now at a little bit of a discount, and yeah, those are 19 div for a total of 26 from raw divines. Now let's convert the Abyssal Echoes, which we have 7 of. Like so. This will probably sell. Now, we also have an Ancient Rig, which is 2 Divines per. Pretty good, and those I believe are pretty worthless. Yeah, they're selling for Exiles. I have also picked up about 20 chaos, but it's already in my stash, and I'd rather not touch it from there. Okay then, we have picked up about 30 div per 10 maps, which is decent given the 4D investment. But those maps were pretty slow, I'd like to increase the speed. I can definitely feel the lack of damage. And the best way to increase set damage is a new wand. My base of choice is a +5 chaos spell gems with 2 sockets. They're pretty cheap nowadays. Next, I'm gonna slam the said wand with a perfect augmentation orb. The outcome of this step doesn't really matter since the granted affix will be replaced by an alloy later. Next up, I slam this wand with a regal orb, a perfect regal orb to be precise. In hindsight, this should have been an essence that added the prefix, since adding a suffix at this step can break the item, which, hopefully, thankfully, I have not. Next up, we grab ourselves a Transcendent Alloy and slam it with an Essence of Dextral Crystallization to make sure it removes the suffix. Once again, in hindsight, I should have added an Essence prefix and just slammed it on the prefix with Astrict Creativity, but hey, just get lucky, I guess. Next up, I'm gonna change some divines into pocket change exalted orbs by said Astrict Creativity and socket it into the wand. It's gonna allow us to get an additional alloy mod. But before doing that, I want to give myself an extra chance for a good prefix. Since I don't care for this prefix, gain damage is extra, and I really want chaos damage or spell damage, I'm first gonna grab myself Omen of Sinistral Crystallization, an Essence of the Abyss, then fill the suffixes, and slam the prefixes with the Omen of Sinistral Crystallization. This step is gonna give me an additional roll of the Desecration if I need it. And both of those Desecration steps I'm gonna do with an Ancient Jawbone. I prematurely buy 2 since I don't think I'm gonna hit whatever I need. From now, this is pretty straightforward. Slam an item with an Ancient Jawbone, go to the Well of Souls, and veil it. See if you hit whatever you like. I for once did not hit I want, so without shadow of a doubt, I pick whatever, and then just erase the Desecration with an alloy. This basically allows us to use an alloy as an Omen of Light. Next up, it is as simple as desecrating the second affix and slamming the rest. I want to note that if I did hit on the first desecration, I would have slammed the prefixes to full and only then alloyed. This way, I would have had a chance to keep the desecration. On my second desecration, I have hit increased spell damage plus minion damage hybrid. This is a decent choice. Of course, I would have preferred regular spell damage, but this is fine. This one is a giant upgrade over my previous one, so I'm happy. Even without any runes, it turned my 51k tooltip into 59k tooltip, which is a hefty 15% damage increase. Maybe even 20, almost 20 actually. All that remains is to socket this new wand. My runes of choice are Hedge whatever Rune of Wisdom for +1 to all spell skills, and the Wither Magnitude rune, since our build scales completely with Wither. Also, I think I want a level 20 skill gem. We'll get to one for the future. But right now, I'll upgrade my Essence Drain. Here's our before wand. Pretty humble and yet rather powerful for its price. And here is our after wand. Equipping has granted us a total of +2 skill levels and increased our damage by 10%. Amazing craft, really. That's a fake thing. Ooh, thing? A divine orb. Nice. This is good loot. Alright. That's some splinters. Oh wow, that was actually fun. Man, hey, is a repulsive. That's underwhelming. Oh wow, it's gonna be a good map. It is a good map. Ooh! Ooh! That's a thing and a half! That's a really good thing. I love it. Ooh, another thing. That's a good map. Ooh! Jeez, that's like 10G in one map. Holy! Ooh, a free handy. Wonderful. Slurp me in a great mirror. Wow, that was a nice pop. No! Ooh, that was almost sus. No, that was completely sus. Oh, that's a good one too. Jeez Louise. What the fuck is this? A tier 5 tablet? Damn. Yo, I got a grand mirror. Finally. 10 maps later. And the 170. That's decent. Alrighty, I have finished running my simulacrum strategy, and the stats are here. Unfortunately, I have failed like 3 maps, so they are rather incomplete, but I have gotten 3 Simus, which is like 9 div. I'm scamming myself a little bit. A fracturing orb, that is a little bit more than 6 div, 52 for... Let's not scam ourselves this time, that's a normal price. Plus I have gotten liquid ferocity, which is 1 to 2, nice. And some splinter leftovers, which I guess I can sell as is. And it looks like in total we have gotten about 22 div in 10 maps. Not half bad. Whilst running the map, I've gotten a pretty good idea on the jewel upgrades I might want to do. It is still a little bit early to craft giga jewels with free affixes, but I have thought that those jewels would be very cheap ones that have life recovery from flasks, and I was right. As such, I will buy a lot of those 2-starter jewels and try to slam it with a distilled grit to try and get chaos damage here. So I'll be back once I buy all of those jewels. Okay, I have sorted out the jewels, so we have 2 piles, one with spell damage, one with chaos damage. And also, somehow I have bought a jewel, the exact jewel I want. So, for the jewels with the spell damage, I'm gonna slam with distilled liquid grid. Let's see how it's gonna work for us. We have 5, 10, 20 of those, so we're gonna need 20 of those. Okay, this has about a 1 in 6 chance to succeed. Basically, we're looking at this jewel. We want the cold damage to be removed, and then we want to roll 1 in 3, so that we have increased chaos damage, giving us a total of 1 in 6. I expect about 3 jewels from this pile. Let's get going. Okay, the brick, this is a brick. This is the good jewel, this is a brick, this is a brick, this is a brick, that's a brick. That one I actually didn't hit, and a good thing I didn't, because that's a brick. There is another one, there is another one, good. Okay, now I don't need any more of those. I have some decent jewels. Now I'm gonna hit those with another essence, with another that is gonna give me spell damage. I expect about 1 jewel from this whole pile. Skill cost converted to mana cost, I mean that's nice, but that's not what I'm looking for. Cooldown recovery rate, converted, no, and I have gotten 1 actually. Okay, that's this. Now it's time to stash those jewels and replace some of the jewels in a tree. Nice, we can actually see the stat. I'm currently regenerating 500 health from flasks. Let's see what those jewels will do to that stat. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3 actually. This one I kinda wanna keep because it's recover. That's 3, and doesn't look like a 4th slot. But I have gotten about 100 regen from the Chabang, which is pretty good. I have decided that this body armor is with me until the end. As such, I want to upgrade it a little bit. I'm gonna buy a Reverie with a much better roll. Unfortunately, that means I need to buy a new Fox Idol for myself, which looks like it's about a div. Now I do have the Vision rune. I'm gonna masterwork it. Need to grab some pocket change. I'm going to masterwork this rune. Yep. Now I'm going to grab a ward rune flask. Warding rune of nourishment. Yep, that's the one. Okay, so now we should have much more life recovery from flasks. Yep, 725. Wonderful. Let's bring back the supports into Rite of Restoration. At least this reverie for I don't know how much. 1 div, let's do 2 div, since the rune socket costs 2 div by itself. I'm also gonna grab myself a Chevron Satchel with a low roll of reduced flask recovery rate. Okay, great. Now our life regen goes to 790. Beautiful. I'm now going to do something really strong. Basically, I really want to have spirit on an amulet like this. But I don't want to pay a lot of divines for an amulet like this. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna change out some of my divines into the righteous chaos orbs. Just like that. And then attempt to buy a bunch of amulets like this. Basically, a random assortment of garbage. Okay, I have 10 amulets. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first of all buy some essence of Sinistral Crystallization. Then I'm gonna buy some collarbones. Let's do for Exiles, fine. I'm buying 10 collarbones. Then, okay, yeah, I wanted Mark of Desecrated Lord. Then I want some Essences of the Abyss. I want them Essences of the Abyss, because it will guarantee a higher level mods. And then I want some reroll moments then as well. Yeah, that's about the price I was expecting to pay. Now I'm gonna activate Sinistral Crystallization. I'm gonna slam all of this with an Abyssal Essence. Then I'm gonna slam all of those with the collarbone. And then I'm gonna go to my friend and try to unveil spirit on at least one of those amulets. The chances of that should be pretty good actually. Let's get unveiling. Oh, I got spirit. W. That's a W. I'm still gonna unveil all of them. Maybe I'll get some choice as well. Oh, I got another spirit one. Great. And what do we have here from life? Okay then, let's see what we are working with. We have 2 amulets. One has a lot of mana, evasion rating, and spirit. Okay, it's decent. And then this one has rarity, spell damage, spirit. I honestly sort of prefer rarity because this one has what? Just the mana. This will sell nice. I think this is worth quite a bit. Yeah, it says that this amulet is worth like 40D, and I tend to believe it. It's a pretty good amulet. Let's list it for 40D. I believe it's gonna sell now. And this is gonna be my amulet. What I'm gonna do with this, I don't know yet. Well, first of all, I'm gonna equip it. Right now I have some free spirit, that's amazing. I have less life, and my cold res is a little fucked, but that's okay. I can fix the cold res with the rune. Yep, okay, my cold res is now fixed. Now, what am I gonna do with this spirit? Well, first of all, I'm gonna grab the large version of Herbalism, because it's an amazing support gem for me. Let's see, there's the Herbalism 2, wonderful. We are now at what? We are now at 1k life recovery from flasks. And I think I want gem level of about 10. What's the min level of this skill? I guess the min level is 12. This is fine. This should be fine. Good. We have our ley lines. Now let's quality it up. Wonderful. Now let's activate it. So what this does is it creates areas. I'll try to show it in the map in a second. Ley lines are gonna create those areas of Verisium power. Those are the ones. And when I step on them, my damage goes through the roof. But while I'm on them, my Verisium slowly goes down. If it reaches 0, the ley line is gonna disappear. Just like that. So don't reach it. Don't let it reach 0 is the TLDR. I have contemplated some things and decided that I don't really want those nodes, and I don't really care for the middle chaos wheel, and I'd rather grab some armor over here because I just got one shot and I don't like being one shot. However, it didn't really give me that big of a boost. Also, my Blasphemy is missing a couple of supports, at least one that I know, and that one is slow potency or something like that, lowering. Yeah, it's a slow potency, which is gonna work with the temporal chains that are here. After much contemplation, I have decided to go for a cool ring craft. As a base, I'm gonna be going for an oniric, whatever this ring is. And the craft itself is gonna be rather unconventional. I have only 30 divines to go, so I want to spend them wisely. First of all, let's buy some annuls. Speaking of wise spending, this may not be one of them, given this horrendous price. Also, I would also like to change out some of those divines into exalted orbs. There we go. And with those exalted orbs, I'm gonna buy Essence of the Breach, that sounds about right, and some Chayula catalysts. I'm gonna need at least 40, but probably even more than that. Without hesitation, I'm gonna slam this Essence of the Breach on an item and wait till my catalyst order fills. This is probably good enough. Yep, it was good enough. Now, this annul order should fill pretty soon. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna annul off this thing completely. It has only one mod. Now I'm gonna buy some Chaos Orbs. 70 should be enough. Oh, I scammed myself. Almost. But the game didn't let me. Oh, I have only 18 divines left to go. Let's see whether that's enough. So, what I'm gonna do is Chaos spam either until Chaos damage or tier 1 resistance. This is probably good enough. Then I'm gonna grab some Greater Exalts. I'm gonna grab them from stash because they don't cost anything. Also, I'm gonna buy some Sinistral Crystallization Omens. This is probably too much. I'm gonna buy like 5. And if I hit something that I like this elemental resistance here, I'm gonna also Greater Exalt Slam. And I got fire damage, that could have been chaos damage, but we have another try. Life is actually pretty good. What do I do with this? I can continue trying to slam, but that hardly is gonna give me anything. I think I'm gonna just try to collarbone it. Let's see. Let's buy a handful of collarbones, yeah. And then I don't think I'm gonna splurge on the reroll Omen. I'm gonna just buy Omen of Sinistral Necromancy. Let's get ourselves 10. Let's do this, and so hopefully I can just unveil the chaos damage. It's gonna be pretty lucky if I do. I did not unveil chaos damage. Well, that's pretty expected. I think I have done something that I should not have. This right here now has 3 modifiers, and annuls are quite expensive. I think I'm just gonna suck it up and chaos roll it with the free mods. God damn it, I got all the elemental damages except the one I want. This one I can actually do something with. I'm gonna buy Essence of the Abyss, yeah, let's buy a few. And with this Essence of the Abyss, I'm gonna try and annul, remove the lightning damage. Hey, I did it. Now, this is the ring I will actually waste a reroll woman on. Grab yourself an Abyssal Echoes. Yep, now this has a Desecration, that's great. Let's activate the Omen of Abyssal Echoes and try our luck at unveiling the chaos damage. Nope, I wasn't that lucky. Well, I can then continue chaos spamming. I have once again removed the desecrated mod, so now I can try this again, and I have removed life. Unlucky. Ooh, okay. I have hit chaos damage. This is really good. This is almost the ring I want. Now, unfortunately, next part, I'm gonna have to YOLO Perfect Exalt Slam, which I don't like, but it is what it is. Okay, so I want a Perfect Exalted Orb. Oh, okay, it's pretty cheap nowadays. Omen of Greater Exaltation and an Omen of Dextral Exaltation. Now, I'm gonna just pray to God that I hit at least one resistance, so my next Exalted Orb will add 2 mods, and good for me, I have hit fire res. That means I can convert it into chaos res. Then again, do I want anything on prefixes but the chaos damage? Not really, right? So what it tells to me is, should I... Hold on a second. Should I try desecrate a prefix or a suffix? That's a hard choice. It's genuinely a hard choice. Both currently have a chance to break me. I think I'd rather desecrate suffix, because the only thing on prefix that's useful is lie. And on suffixes, I can get another resistance. So let's get a dextral necromancy and another reroll. Actually, how much are ancient collarbones? They're actually about to div. I'm gonna splurge on this one and buy an ancient collarbone. Okay then, ancient collarbone, wonderful. Now this is gonna be my suffix. We'll add only suffixes. There we go. And next I'm gonna unveil it with a reroll. Hopefully I get a resistance, either chaos res or regular res. And, a hybrid res. No, I'm gonna grab lightning res. Wonderful, this ring is looking pretty good already. It is going to be replacing this ring. And that means that I have to void flux it. Now, this lightning res, fire res are gonna turn into chaos res. And just like that, we have a 60% chaos res ring. Since we are already over Captain Chaos, it's actually gonna be fine. Yeah, my chaos res is still capped. And this ring is still missing one prefix, which I can actually whittle this, but I don't have enough funds to whittle it, so I think I'm just gonna Greater Exalt Slam. And I got evasion rating. Well, that's useless. But this is my new ring, and my Essence Drain damage over time goes up by about 8%, which is good. Now, this ring is gonna be sold for... I actually don't know how much. Let's see how... I think it can be worth about 5 div. Okay then, and that's the ring. Very unlucky one, but that's the ring. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing with those 8 leftover divines, but I for sure know that I'm gonna go and get my last Ascendancy point now. I should have done this way before. After the new ring, new amulet, and a set of new jewels, our Essence Drain damage went from 59k to a whopping 84k, which is the biggest increase by far. Suffice to say, with such damage numbers, the Trial of Sekimas was no match for this character. And there goes the Derek. Any good stuff? No good stuff for me. Well, and here's my 4th Ascendancy. And my final Ascendancy point is going to be gem-studded. I'm gonna go for the red bonus, since being immune to crits is gonna remove like half of my deaths. To qualify for the gem-studded bonus, I'm just gonna shove a bunch of random red support gems into my skills. I'm now at 17 out of 30, meaning I'm immune to critical hits. I should have done this way earlier. Iron Rune actually has no business being in those boots. Their stats are horrible, so I'm gonna just grab a movement speed rune, and into the boots it goes. With my leftover 8 divines, I'm actually gonna go ahead and try to craft some more gloves. I will grab my leftover chaos from rolling the amulet, I'm in the ring, and buy some gloves. There's this very cool but cheap rune that allows gloves to roll destruction modifiers, which are very useful for my build. So I'm gonna buy a handful of those and socket them into each pair of gloves that I'm gonna be trying to roll. Now I want to buy some perfect transmutes. Hold on, before that I'm gonna do this. Let's buy 8 and some perfect augs, also 8. And let's see what we get. This one is decent, but not what I want. This one is kinda good. Ooh, those are the kind. I really want this Wither Magnitude mod, but I don't really want the Magnitude of Ailments you inflict mod. The rest are pretty trash. Maybe those will sell. That's tier 1 damage to attacks. But for now, the rest I will just put away. Now, as for those gloves, they are all pretty good. However, I'm most interested in this one. The thing is, I kinda want resistances on those, and because without my gloves, my resistances are pretty ass. But how do I go about adding resistances onto a pair like this? Well, I can guarantee one mod with Essence, but that's not enough. Second mod, I can try to desecrate, which honestly might work, but what do I do with this prefix? So what I really want is to remove this prefix with the desecration. Those are the gloves I'm interested in. There is no perfect essence that I want. That's honestly horrifying. I can just grab effect of socketed augments, but then again I only have one augment slot. Cast speed I don't care about. I really want 2 resistances. well then, I think I sort of know the angle. Okay, I think I know the angle. First of all, I'm gonna hit it with the greater essence of insulation, wherever it is. There it is. It's gonna give me the fire res, which I need the most. Then I'm gonna socket it with Astrid's creativity. Oh my god, it's expensive as hell. I don't wanna do that. Hold on a second. Oh my lord, it's expensive. Okay then I'm gonna buy Astrid's creativity. Great. Then we socket this boy in. Then we grab ourselves an Essence of the Abyss, Omen of Sinistral Crystallization, and we hope to, we pray to God that it adds a suffix. It's a prefix. Well, nothing to do. Then I grab my 3 divines and once again trade them for Exalted Orbs. And this is it for our budget. All we have left is 4000 Exalted Orbs. Okay then, what do I do from here? I grab myself a Perfect Exalt, an Omen of Greater Exaltation, wonderful, and next up I'm going to grab a Greater Exalt, yep, a singular one will do, and an Omen of Sinistral Exaltation. Now I'm gonna slam a random prefix, instead of poison. Oh lord, this is so useless. I don't even know whether I want to Perfect Exalt this anymore. Oh good lord. I mean, I say those gloves are dead to me. Unfortunate. We go next. Well then. Then, the next thing I'm doing is slamming this pair of gloves with a greater insulation. Yeah, okay. Well, how much did I spend on those gloves? I have spent basically nothing. I think I can recoup some of the cost with the extract. How's it called? Orb of Extraction. I can indeed recoup some of the costs, but for now, I will just put them aside. Okay, now right here, I want to desecrate a suffix. And I don't think I have the funds for the big desecrate, so, or do I? How much is a big desecrate? A rib. How much is an ancient rib? 1000 exalts. Well, I mean, I am spending money right now. Okay, it's within budget, although not the best choice. Okay, then we grab the Dextral Necromancy. Then we grab reroll. Alrighty, activate the Dextral Necromancy. Now this is guaranteed to add a suffix. And now I basically pray to God that this unveils the Wither Magnitude or another resistance. I will take both, honestly. But hopefully it's gonna be Wither Magnitude. Well, resistance it is. I don't really have a say in this. Hey, one of our rings sold. Nice. Well, unfortunately, one of the sockets in this item is completely dead. Well then, now I'm gonna do Greater Exaltation, Perfect Exalt. And what did we get? We got mana and cold damage to attacks. Ew, that's kinda disgusting. I don't think I have succeeded in Gloves upgrade. Those are all bad. That's unfortunate, but I did not have enough budget. Those gloves were looking pretty promising, but unfortunately they hit the magnitude of poison, which is completely useless to me. Gosh darn it. Well, I had high hopes for the gloves. Unfortunately, we are out of currency. The final upgrade I wanted to do for this character is getting myself an instill, and my instill of choice is the Paragon for 5 quality of all skills. If you remember, I chose Gemling just because of the quality, and this basically multiplies our character. Well, at the end of the previous video, I wasn't sure that this character is gonna turn out good. It did! The Reverie technology combined with Chevron Satchel gives us total of 1.5k regen per second that applies to both life and energy shield. It's fucking amazing. The damage feels good. This character can finally do T15s with 3 Simu tablets. I've been farming Simu a lot. I think it's good. We can kill the notorious Simulacrum rares. It's amazing. I like it a lot. And did I mention already that this character is tanky? Like the footage you see right now. I think I have run 10 more maps, and finally, due to the last Ascendancy point that gives me crit immunity, I haven't died once. Also, the bark skin, simply amazing. We are rocking about 10k armor on this character, while basically not wearing any armor gear. It helps a lot. I still have some great plans for this character, but you gotta see what I've got in store in the next video, where we're gonna cover a 1000 Divine version. Unfortunately, this game doesn't really have Ubers, so while in previous video I have killed Arbiter of Ash, right now we gotta stare at the Arbiter of Divinity, which only has like twice the health. Also, yeah, I forgot how to put the Urgent Spark. Well, enjoy the show. The Arbiter is not gonna last long. Also, I want you to notice how I'm just simply face tanking his attacks and my health barely moves. I remember when first doing the Arbiter fight, I died a lot, and I mean a lot. His melee attacks and his damage over 10 zones just one-shot me. It was disgusting, quite frankly. And remember, with great power comes great MTX, so I'll be bestowing this character with some MTX. Grand Curator of Wisdom hat, the Grand Verdant Magus body armor, gloves, and boots. And with that, thank you very much for watching the video. If you have watched this video without skipping ahead, thank you very much. I'm gonna see you in the 1000 Divine video. I hope you would like to see what I have in store for this character, because it turned out really great. If you liked what you see, consider liking and subscribing. With that, I'm out. Bye bye. Have a nice one.